Kyler Murray, that is a name that is a lot of connotation around it. Either you see him in a positive light and you love the way he plays football and think he's a great quarterback, or you're just not high on him whatsoever. You're one of those people that call him a midget who plays Call of Duty. That is probably in the alley that you are in. Or you just genuinely don't believe in him, because that could be very possible as well. But me personally, I am a Kyler Murray activist. I think he is a phenomenal quarterback. I have him top 12 easily. I also believe in players like Bryce Young. I invest in this stock. Like, I think they are genuinely so good, and I think with talent around them, they are going to be phenomenal, but you obviously have to protect them and get them weapons. There's players in the past that we've seen, like Aaron Rodgers, like Tom Brady, that can do it with nobody around them. They can win games and will teams to just absolute insane victories with people on their team that are like wide receiver sixes or practice squad guys. That's unheard of. We were blessed to watch that in the past, but there's a lot of quarterbacks now where I don't think they necessarily uplift anybody. Patrick Mahomes is probably somebody that I can say can do that 100%, no doubt in my mind. But he also is Travis Kelce, and there's been a lot of times that Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce, he's kind of the safety blanket, so whether he has wide receivers or not, I mean, that is the go-to guy. But regardless, we are not talking about them. We are talking about Kyler Murray, and we're going to be predicting his stats today. I think he is poised for a fantastic season. Let me know down in the comment section below how you guys are feeling about his season, the predictions that you guys have. I want you to list his stats as well and how good you think he's going to do. Also, let me know if you think the Cardinals have a chance to be a sneaky team and potentially contend for the 7 or 6 seed and be in the wild card spot. Let's go ahead and dive right into the stats. Just like the Marvin Harrison stat prediction, if you guys haven't checked that out, you definitely should. We have all the stats blacked off with these black bars right here, and we are going to be ripping them off shred by shred. I don't even think that makes sense. I don't know what thread by thread is or tread by tread. I don't even know what I said, but we're going to be ripping them off one at a time, and we are going to be talking about this. But before, like I said, predict yours down in the comment section below. I have 6 categories, and off the top of my head, I think it is going to start with passing yards. It's going to go to completion percent. It's going to go to, I think, passing touchdowns and interceptions, rushing yards, and rushing touchdowns. I know those are the 6 stats. I'm not sure if I got it right in order, but drop your predictions, and we are going to go ahead and rip off the first black bar right now, and that is going to be the passing yards. I have him passing for 3,624 total. That would be a fantastic season, especially because I think the Arizona Cardinals are going to go run a heavy first. I don't know if that's going to involve a lot of Kyler Murray rushes, but James Conner, Trey Benson, those guys are going to get a ton of carries on the ground. I've invested in James Conner stock in fantasy all over because I genuinely think the Cardinals are going to run the freaking ball down people's throats, and we are going for time of possession here. So if Kyler Murray is able to throw for 3,600 yards, I would say that is an absolute W, and I don't know if that puts him in MVP contention, but like, I don't know. It just depends on how good the Cardinals do, because again, these are my predictions. He might have a way better year than this. Let's go ahead and rip off that second black bar. I have 67.8 completion percent, basically completing 2 of 3 of his passes, which is pretty dang good. This would actually be the second highest that he's ever passed for, because back in 2021, he had 69.2 completion percent, which is really good. Back in 2020, he had 67.2, but here I have 67.8. That is my prediction. This is going to be his second highest completion percent year of all time. He's also never passed for 4,000 yards, which I don't think is very indicative of anything. Back in 2020, he was a couple yards away. He was 29 off. So I've seen a lot of people say he's never been a 4,000 yard passer and blah, 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 but he was 1 year away. And back in 2019, in his rookie season, he was almost there. In 2021, he was almost there. So like, hate on the guy all you want, but he also does it on the ground game. So a lot of quarterbacks can't do that. Let's rip off the third black bar, and I have him passing for 24 total passing touchdowns. These are just passing. We have rushing coming later. Like I said, I think we are going to be a run first team. So 24 passing touchdowns wouldn't be the worst thing. I know it is kind of low for a starting quarterback, but I think James Conner and Trey Benson are going to total for a ton of touchdowns, like 15 plus easily. But if Kyler passes for 24 total, that would tie his second career high, because in 2021 he had 24, in 2020 he had 26. But I think Kyler's going to take care of the ball more than he has in previous years, because back in 2022 he was injured, didn't get to finish the season, threw for 7 interceptions. Back in 2023 he played 8 total games, threw 5 interceptions. I think he's going to take care of the ball a lot better than he has. I think he's actually going to play a full 17 games, and back in 2019 and 2020 he was healthy the entire year, didn't miss a game. Almost played all of them in 2021, but these last 2 years have been tough because he did tear his ACL in 2022, and going into 2023 he ended up missing the beginning of the season because of that torn ACL. So it's kind of hard saying he's injury prone, but that is the one kind of knock I have on his career. I want to see him actually be healthy for an entire season. These past 2 seasons aren't fair to say he's injury prone, but back in 2021, those 2 2 missed games did suck. It kind of feel like it took us out of the rhythm, not going into full momentum, because we had Rodney Hudson and DeAndre Hopkins and Kyler Murray all injured, and JJ Watt, can't forget that. Like, it sucked. It just seemed like when it rained, it poured. But I just want to see him healthy for a full 17, and I think he does that. But 24 total passing touchdowns is my prediction. Let's go ahead and rip it off. I have 9 total interceptions. I think that is decent ball security. 24-9 is a good ratio, and if he's able to protect it 9 times and only throw 9 picks, I think we will take that as Cardinals fans. I think that puts us in a good chance if he's able to pound 24 in on the passing game and only throw 9. I think we are looking at a good chance of winning a lot of these football games. And I'm only going to compare it for the first 3 seasons that he's played, because these last 2 he was hurt. Like I said, didn't finish the full year. But I mean, if he throws 9, that'd be the lowest in his career through a full season. We'll take that. So if that does happen, I will absolutely take that. Let's go ahead and rip off another black bar. 474 total rushing yards. On the rushing game, I think Kyler, James Conner, and Trey Benson are going to run all over teams. And Kyler pushing almost 500 yards would be kind of crazy, because he has been very selective as a runner, and he is kind of protecting himself, which I don't blame you. We need you healthy. If Kyler's healthy, the Cardinals have a chance to win. We were a top 8 offense. I don't know statistically what we were. We might have even been top 5 when Kyler came back. The offense was night and day with Josh Dobbs and Kyler Murray. So Cardinals fans, you know what I'm talking about. If you were an actual NFL fan and know ball, you know what I'm talking about. If we pull up his rushing stats in previous years, this is what it's looking like. 544, 819, 423, 418, 244. This would be his 3rd highest rushing season if he were to rush for this amount right here at 474. I think we'll take that as Cardinals fans, because James Conner is going to get a heavy workload, but Kyler Murray is able to actually rush for this number. I think we're in good shape. Then we're going to go ahead and rip off the last black bar. 5 total rushing touchdowns. This would be a fantastic number, as like I said, I think Trey Benson and James Conner are going to total for 15 by themselves. So if Kyler's able to provide 5 extra rushing touchdowns and get into the end zone 29 times off of himself, I think we are looking at a fantastic season. But this would be kind of low for Kyler. I completely understand that. When it gets to the goal line in the red zone, I feel like he does utilize his legs a lot more, and that's kind of where the rushing touchdowns come. Kind of just shocks him. Unlike a little read option, you think you're giving it to James Conner, and he just kind of pounces into the end zone. It's just to throw the ball, touchdown. That's kind of what we get. So I think he's going to be able to rush 5 total. I mean, he had 4, 11, 5, 3, and 3. This put him to 31 on the career, but I mean, I think these are pretty decent stats. I think I kind of hit this right on the head. I am very confident about this. Like Marvin Harrison, I was a little shaky, but I think this is going to be very close to what we're going to see at the end of the year. Let me know how you guys are feeling about these down in the comment section below. Let me know how accurate you think I'm going to be. And with those stats wrapping up, that is going to wrap up today's video. If you guys did enjoy, man, consider hitting that subscribe button. I post Arizona Cardinals and NFL related content. So if you're a fan of either of those, this is the perfect channel for you. And if there's any other player you want me to predict their season stats before Sunday, let me know down in the comment section below and I will get that out. Potentially a James Conner, maybe a Trey Benson, a Trey McBride. Let me know the name and I will get that video out. Like I said, that is all I got for today's video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. It's been your boy Mythic. Peace out.